You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hello everyone, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with another Let's Play episode of Violet Memoir. So the last place we left off, we were just at the swim club with Oscar and Selwyn, our new, I guess you could call him our new friend. Yeah, Selwyn's a cutie, definitely. I'm definitely seeing a lot of lions in my VN playthroughs. kind of a recurring critter. But anyway, guys, sit back and enjoy. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Alright. Alarm chain, you were up. Alright, let's go. Okay. You can just watch. I'll put on a good show for you. A blush wells up in Oscar's ears and peek lightly through his fur, an expression so rare from him that I'm left speechless. He doesn't seem like the type to get bashful at all, let alone at a compliment. Suddenly there's a motion out of the corner of my eye, and I turn my head to see what it is. Selwyn's bouncing up and down in place excitedly, his arms waving sporadically, trying to get my attention. Yes, Selwyn? He points towards his Speedo and then lifts up two fingers. There's a snapping sound as he pulls on them for dramatic effect. The cracking sound unconsciously catches my attention. I end up staring down at the way his torso curves towards his crotch area. I'm able to bring my eyes back up to his face before anyone notices, except for Selwyn, who is looking towards me with a look of smug satisfaction like he just won first place in the latest swim competition. Now I'll see what Oscar means by him not being shy. He gets comfortable fast, though I think he's still worried about me from the way he keeps some distance between us. I hope I'm not making him uncomfortable. Yeah, nice. We'll borrow those then. Where's the key? The lion shakes his head and points towards the bleachers behind Oscar. Sitting on the bottom row is a black gym bag with a cute pouncing lion logo that I remember seeing on a commercial recently. Wait! Can we slow down a second? The thought of wearing something like a Speedo is already pretty embarrassing, but there's something even more pressing at hand that can't just be ignored. Would it even fit me? You're a bit taller than me. Selwyn puts his hands close together in front of my waist as if he's about to clap, gesturing that his waist is thinner than my own. Is that how that works? I don't think that's... It'll be fine, man. Don't sweat it. Let's head in. Oscar wraps an arm around my shoulder again and dangles a pair of pink Speedos in front of my face, nearly bumping the stretchy fabric against my nose. Oh no. Pink? It suits you. That sure looks real cute on you, and I know this will look even better. Selwyn gives an excited nod and gives the two of us a thumbs up, his encouragement completely missing the point and only causing my burning hot embarrassment to flare harder. Before I even have a chance to reply to either of them, Oscar pulls me towards the changing room and Selwyn dives back into the pool. Is this really happening? There's no way. Everything's moving so fast, but despite my better judgment, I'm actually having fun. Is that okay? Am I allowed to have fun here? Dark thoughts bang at the edge of my mind, but I push them down, focusing on the calming proximity to Oscar and the soothing heat coming off of him. It's surprisingly easy to ignore them when he's around. The empty changing room is a completely different atmosphere than the constant ambience of the pool area and the gym it shares with the building with. The only sound I can hear is the splashing of showers. The only other occupant of the changing room that's not currently using a shower, an older-looking tiger, passes by the two of us to leave as we enter. Lions and tigers, man. Quite common. Without thinking, I quickly hide the Speedos behind my back. Oscar lets out a loud laugh, drawing the attention of the tiger, and he gives us a confused look. Thankfully, he doesn't care enough to stop and turns into the pool area. You're such a dork. You're at a pool. No one is gonna think you're weird for wearing a Speedo. It's just weird. I've never worn anything like this before. Let's get changed, please. You're the boss. I love Oscar. Rushing my way over to a bench against the wall, I nearly slip on the wet floor, but I'm able to steady myself on the wall, avoiding what would have been an awkward accident at minimum. I gotta calm my nerves. I haven't really gotten changed with someone else since Marcus took me to Splashland for my 12th birthday. I always waited till everyone left in high school. Even now, I'm just staring directly at the corner between a locker and a wall. Damn! Fucking A, dude. Talk about a damn rock. Glancing nervously at Oscar, I see he's already got his shirt off and is beginning to undo his pants. This is the first time I'm getting a full look at Oscar's upper body. He's shown off a lot, but I'd never seen the full thing. Though he got pretty close to showing most of it off in the library. Subtlety has never been one of my strongest areas. He meets my eyes and gives me a wink as he tosses his shirt onto the bench next to him. I don't mind giving a show, but I'm getting some real mixed signals here. I know he's only teasing me, but I can't stop the twinge of guilt that I might be potentially leading him on. Am I leading him on? Is there really no chance we might... Oh, sorry about that. That thought is pushed out of my head just as quickly as it came as Oscar begins to pull his pants down, forcing me to turn away to face the wall unless I see something there's no unseeing. I can practically feel his eyes on my neck, and that obnoxious, handsome smile spread across his face. Things will get more awkward if he finishes, and I haven't even started. Mustering up my courage, I grab my shirt and... Castle! Before I can even get it over my head, a booming voice cascades off the walls from the entrance. The deep tones pierce down to my bones, reminding me of a gruffer lay. Standing in the doorway is a large crocodile. The blue and white vest and shorts he's wearing are just a little too snug to be the right size. It looks like a sports team uniform. Those must be Everwinter's colors. He looks like he's around mid to late 30s with a tall and wide body. At first glance, he looked to have a chubby stomach, but on closer inspection, there's definitely some muscles, especially around his tree trunk arms. Are we gonna get a good look? Remembering what the two of us were just doing, I'm relieved to find he hasn't taken his shorts off yet. It's short-lived as I see Oscar's not wearing his usual variety of gleeful smiles. Instead, his expression is chillingly neutral. Stomping over towards the even taller otter, the crocodile only has to tilt his head up slightly to maintain eye contact. Tension rises between the two and the atmosphere becomes very uncomfortable. What do you think you're doing? I'm going for a swim. What does it look like? Never hurts to get more practice in, right, Coach? Despite the lackadaisical words, Oscar's face doesn't portray any of the fun or excitable personality he usually has. The crocodile, who looks to be the coach of the swim team, doesn't seem fazed by the way Oscar is acting. In fact, he doesn't look to be reacting at all other than letting out an agitated huff. What did I tell you about overworking yourself, Castle? I'm just going for a swim. I'm not overworking myself. Don't think I don't know when you come in and out of here. You're here every morning and afternoon. You're putting too much stress on your body. It's fine. I can handle it. There's noticeable irritation in Oscar's voice. The tense muscles on his arms and neck shows me that he's getting angrier. The sight of someone like Oscar being so viciously upset is, well, upsetting. Even Oscar's casual way of talking has disappeared, leaving only animosity to fill in that void. I'm not sure exactly what to do, so I pick up my bag and move closer to Oscar's side, hoping that my presence might help in some way. I'm able to see the outside of the locker room now. Someone's leaning on the edge of the pool, staring at us with a worried expression on his face. Just how much does this happen for someone to already be concerned? It's not just about whether you can handle it. Look at this. The reptile grabs Oscar's arm, his grip unmistakably firm. Despite the difference in their size and musculature, Oscar's unable to get his arm out of the crocodile's grasp. He flexes the otter's bicep, causing it to bulge with defined muscle that's likely been owned over long sessions. Normally it's something that one would be proud of, but the sour look on both of their faces lets me know that this isn't a good sign. You're already building up way too much muscle. You're already bigger than most people we take on, but gaining more is a bad sign, Castle. I told you already, it's fine. I can handle it. My times are still great. For now, but more muscle mass means your speed is going to take a hit. Why don't you just listen? It's not just me who notices, you know. The other teammates are beginning to worry and complain too. Coach! My times won't slow... Oscar's excuses are cut by the coach yanking his arm, causing Otter to lose his balance and nearly smack his head against the reptile. Their faces are barely inches apart. Even though the crocodile is smaller, his presence is dominating Oscar's completely. Listen here! I don't care about your ego, whatever it is that's making you want to do this so badly, but it stops now. We took a big risk on you, Castle. Don't fuck this up for us. I don't care how good your grades are. If you fuck up this season, then it's on your ass. The crocodile pulls away from Oscar, releasing his grip on his arm in the process, but Oscar makes no attempt to retort or respond. He only adjusts his shoulder while maintaining his stare so cold that it could snuff out the sun. Get over whatever this obsession you have with swimming till you destroy your body. I understand your circumstances around... The other man cuts himself off and glances over at me before his gaze softens, sympathy seeping into his voice. It paints a stark contrasting sound compared to the firm, not taking shit tone he wore. Whatever happened before you need to stop this. You're putting your team in your place on it at risk. No more multiple swims unless they're short. Do I make myself clear? Oscar looks like he's about to break his teeth with how hard he's gritting them. His hands clenched tight enough to dig into his palms if his claws weren't clipped so short. It reminds me of Lucas when he blew his fuse in the library. Clear enough. With the intense atmosphere dissipating, the thick scent of the otter registers in my nose. He must be sweating pretty intensely for how much he's been riled up. It's strong enough to burn even my insensitive nose. I'll get you at practice tomorrow. It's just basic drills and some endurance training. Don't swim that morning. Again. With the conversation over, Oscar grabs his stuff and quickly stomps out the door. I swear I could see tears in his eyes and his shoulders shaking, but he leaves before I can be certain. I'm alone with the crocodile, whose attention is now on me. His golden eyes roll over me as he sizes me up. It causes my breath to snag in my throat until his aggressiveness melts away into a more relaxed composure. You used to be a friend of his. I'm Coach Mays. Don't think I'm being harsh on him. He's overworking himself. I catch him here in the mornings doing hours of training, then I catch him here in the afternoons, too, doing the same thing. He's gonna destroy himself. I want to defend him, but there's nothing I can really say. I can't justify Oscar's actions for him, and from the way his gaze is lingering on the changing room exit, I don't think he expects me to. I'm Wallace. We're in the same media group together. We were just gonna have a swim. Stop! Oscar would have come here with or without you. Don't think otherwise. He's a smart kid, determined too, but he needs to tone it down. Keep an eye on him, okay? You seem like a good one. With that, he walks out of the room, leaving me no room to respond and finally able to release the building tension in my throat. That man is terrifying, but I don't think he's wrong. The amount of swimming sounds almost obsessive. I wonder if Oscar lost someone to drowning. That's what I'm wondering, and swimming has become an obsession for him so that maybe he can help, we can rescue someone? I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of, why he would be so obsessed with swimming. I follow behind him, keeping a brisk pace as I relentlessly scan every corner of the pool for any sign of Oscar, but there's not even a trace of him left in the giant room. He must have left already. I'm about to resign myself into walking home when I notice someone near the entrance, looking through the full-length window on the exit doors like someone trying to work up the nerve to do something. Walking over to him, I'm able to see that he is wringing his hands and shifting his weight between his feet. He's staring out the window with focused eyes, so much so that he doesn't even notice me standing right next to him. Hey, you okay? He jumps and nearly smacks his head against the glass before spinning around, his panic-filled wide eyes sending a wave of guilt through me. His disposition is guarded like when I first met him, unsure of what to make of this new weasel that he can't even say anything to. I can't imagine what it must be like to go through what he does. Oh. There's a beat where he just blinks and stares until he recognizes me and relaxes. He still looks guarded, as if he's unsure how he should act in this situation, but he still gives me a warm smile nonetheless. If Oscar's smiles are like the sun, bright and all-consuming, then Selwyn's are like the moon, full of mysticism and charm. This thought brings back that icy blizzard of fury that roared over Oscar's face. It must have shown on my face because Selwyn's expression shifts to one of concern. I'm about to try and alleviate his worry when he gestures towards the door. Out through the window, I see Oscar standing just outside the building, leaning against a tree with beautiful autumn leaves. He's looking away, but I don't need to see his face to feel the energy coming from him. He needs someone right now, and every neuron in my brain, every cell in my body, every fur on my body is screaming for me to go outside and do whatever it takes to help me, and to help because someone needs help. Because someone needs me. But I push those feelings down. I can't let my own desire to help cloud what Oscar needs right now. He needs someone he trusts and can confide in, not someone he barely knows. You should probably go talk to him. I think he needs someone. Someone doesn't hesitate, shaking his head firmly before and immediately following it up by gesturing towards me, this action being so firm that I'm left more stunned at his attitude than his request. But you've known him much longer. I've only known him for a few days. It should be you. The shaking intensifies and he moves towards me. He grabs and shoves me towards the door and even opens it without a single ounce of hesitation. I swear he's enjoying this too. Selwyn, wait! Yeah, he doesn't, and I should keep resisting, but if he's going to give me an opportunity to try and help, I want to take it. Not that I'm given much choice as I'm forced to step onto the concrete outside with a clumsy gait. Now that I'm standing outside, right next to another building with students flowing out and walking by, I'm now very aware of the pink Speedo I'm still holding in my hands. Shoving the Speedos towards the lion, I can feel my ears burning up, and I internally curse whatever cruel god gave me white fur. He doesn't take them, though, instead just giving me a smile before winking and closing the door in my face. No, you bastard. You little shit. I'm left stunned as the door clicks into place, and I can see Selwyn walking away towards the changing rooms, giving me a little thumbs up as he does. I remember Oscar reciting Selwyn's flirting, and now I'm almost certain it had been Selwyn's own words. Okay, he's definitely not the cute, innocent guy I thought. Despite it all, I can't stop a smile from creeping onto my face. It's good that Oscar has friends that care that much about him, and who knows, maybe we'll be friends too. But I shake off this distraction and focus on why I'm out here, turning around to the same image that I saw out the window moments ago. Directly outside the entrance to the building is Oscar, leaning his forearm against that same tree with a distant look in his eyes, unfocused and lost as it stares into the infinite depths of the sky. It's an expression I haven't seen before. I've been getting a lot of those today, but right now, at this moment, it looks serene and raw, and I've never seen him look so open. I always found Oscar to be a sincere person, and I still believe that, but everyone hides behind some mask, and I know I do. But in this single snapshot of life, I feel like I can see right into Oscar's deepest areas of his soul. He's so lost in his own head, he doesn't even react to me approaching. Even now, at his most revealing, I still don't know what's going on in his head, but I can feel the melancholy dripping off every strand of fur. Sorry things didn't go your way. Oscar turns to me with a big smile, a switch so sudden that it startles me into taking a step back. And like his other smiles, this one feels fake. Overwhelmingly fake. Something so incredibly unlike his usual sincerity. What? Nah, it's fine, man. No need to stress about it. We can go another time anyway. Just gotta make sure I don't go that morning. The chuckles he gives afterwards is hollow, a shell of his usual enthusiasm, and it's enough to feel unsettling. There's something so incredibly off about the way he's acting that it causes a pit to form in my stomach. Oscar, are you okay? You really blew up in there. Yo, yeah, don't worry about that. Just stressed out, you know? I'm already over it. Don't want to dwell on that kind of stuff. A little bit of sadness bleeds into his smile. That sincerity is slowly running back into it. His eyes are looking at me. That usual beautiful shimmer is clouded by something. They look like they're begging me not to push it. I was hoping we could swim. Thought that if we took a dip, then maybe you'd feel better. As he shifts his focus back to me, that sad shadow of a smile fades to one of care and sympathy. That dark glint in his eyes vanishes like it never existed. I shouldn't pry into his life. Not this early. He has problems just like everyone else, and I want to help him, but I don't know if we're close enough for that. Not yet, anyway. There's a rushing idea, a single powerful thought, a temptation fueled by an overwhelming and crippling desire to help, a way for us to get closer and maybe make Oscar feel better. Wallace, what are you thinking? Oh, you devilish weasel, what are you thinking? Would you want to... Wallace, man, you don't have to have pity stacks with me. What? How did you... Was he really gonna try that on him? Oh my god. I want you to try it when you want to, not because you want to make me feel better. But, no buts, okay? Oscar pulls me into a warm one-arm hug, thumping me against his sternum as he ruffles up my head. Oh. Even though I'm being crushed against him, I can still hear him chuckling above me. It's a real genuine chuckle. I want your first time to be fun, not because you wanted someone to not be sad. I'm not sad anyway. I'm already so far over it. I'm already so far over it. I've climbed to the next mountain. After turning my hair into more of a mess than the average public toilet, he pushes me away and I nearly stumble from the force. With how gentle he is, it's easy to forget that Oscar is rather jacked. You didn't answer my question. Oh, I'm feeling better. A lot of distractions happen. Yeah, I bet. I mean, you have a walking distraction right now. That joke, that single stupid joke is enough to bring a smile to my face because that's so utterly Oscar and I didn't realize how much I missed him being like this. I don't know what caused his better mood, but I hope he's actually okay. Now, I know I don't really have much... Blah. Let me try that again, guys. Now, I don't really have much else planned. It's getting close to 4:30, though. Guess we wasted a lot of time. You want to hang longer, or do you want to head home? I think I'm feeling better. I should be fine. I'll probably avoid the diary tonight, though. I'm still pretty exhausted. Unless you want to trip out again. Seemed like a pretty crazy time. Yeah, one I'd rather not repeat. If you do, just think about me and I'll come save you. It's just a super joke, but it fills me with a surprising amount of reassurance and security. It might be the way he says that with the complete and utter sincerity, or the fact that his body is thicker than the tree trunk next to him, but either way, it helps. Promise? Course! I crash through a wall and save you. You're right on my back and we swim to safety. You better. Even though it was only jokes, I feel if I did have a nightmare tonight, that Oscar would come save me, or at least I hope he would. He doesn't seem like the type to go back on his promises, though. Let's get you back then. Plus, I gotta find out where you live. I don't think you need to know that. You never know. I might want to take you out to dinner and I need to pick you up. He says that with a facetious tone. That doesn't stop the dubious stare I give him. He was hiding his flirting behind jokes after all. Why would this be any different? As a friend. That causes my suspicions to intensify, but he just laughs it off. He pokes my nose and I almost lose my composure to a giggle, but I barely manage to hold strong. Unless you wanted to go further. I knew it. What can I say? I know what I want. At least now, you know how I'm meant to you. So, flirting is a bit more meaningful now. I ignore him and start walking home, hoping that he doesn't catch my smile as the heat returns to my cheeks and ears. I don't think I've hidden them well from Oscar because he follows closely behind with a smug aura of satisfaction. God, Oscar's so sweet. I like Oscar. He's really grown on me. The two of us walk into the lobby, oblivious to the world around us as Oscar jumps from topic to topic, talking about anything and everything that comes to mind. At least he stopped squishing me against him after the first 10 minutes. It's hard to imagine Oscar as anything but this happy-go-lucky guy, but that image of him staring into the distance hasn't left my mind. It's like that forlorn stare has etched itself onto the side of my brain. Nope. Alright, guys, I'm gonna pause it right there. God, this Evian is so damn good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell until the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!